Hi, my name is Emma. I'm the Marketing and Sales Project Manager here at Gemtron Corporation, and I'm joined here today with a close colleague of mine.
I'm Carson. I am the Technology Development Engineer for the Innovations team.
We recently attended the Kitchen and Bath Industry Show in Orlando, Florida, and we just wanted to have an open conversation about, one, what we witnessed there, what was kind of heavily prevalent in the market, and then where we see the design trend of consumer appliances moving forward. Let's just dive in and from a broad overview, what were some of the main key trends that you noticed, and then we can break those down into further depth.
Some of the main trends that I noticed was there was a lot more use of colors and designs of all the different appliances across the field. So
why do you think that companies are moving forward with this expansion of color options? Is society becoming increasingly more openly individualistic, or is this a push to add just more options in the market?
I think it's a little bit of both, and I also think everybody loves retro and throwbacks, and a lot of those designs in earlier kitchens and homes were lots of use of color. So
yeah,
I think just incorporating that idea, but with higher end finishes and the more advanced appliances, I think that's just a fun way to bring color back into the home.
Yeah, absolutely. And then what other market trends did you pick up on?
I noticed a lot of the seamless, sleek look. So in addition to those appliances that are introducing more color and more vibrance in the home, we are also moving towards a lot more use of glass in appliances. So with that seamless look, everything like with microwaves tends to be the touchscreen panels that are all one piece of glass.
Yeah.
So definitely moving away from buttons that you have to press and the more control panels and touchscreen finish.
So the first example that I think of is units that are traditionally stainless steel are now being replaced with, again, this 100% glass front look. And where the solution of glass also comes into play for the consumer is it's not going to be as hard to clean as this traditional stainless steel. It's now, I know from our product categories, we can create an identical stainless steel look behind glass. So one, it's got this easy cleanability, and then two, you're not having to lose this traditional stainless steel look that consumers obviously love.
Right.
It's something huge for consumers who are spending so much time cleaning things like steel. Stainless steel really is so hard to clean, right?
And then as we mentioned before, how things tend to be moving towards that seamless look.
Kind of unpack the control panel presence at KBIS. So I don't know if you noticed this, but a majority of the buttons are totally gone. It's 100% starting to transition to glass. What is the true benefit of phasing out what was traditionally a plastic cover sheet for now a glass alternative for these control panels?
With the glass alternative as your control panel, you can provide the consumer with that seamless, sleek finish. Not to mention the easier to clean qualities that the glass provides, as well as with the technology-driven society wanting, more of those smart home devices. A lot of these devices will, link to smartphones and through apps. So,
and you interact with it more with your hands.
Yep, so the interaction with the home appliances would cause for these touchscreen devices and touchscreen control panels.
Okay. And I know here at Gemtron we have different products that could continue to amplify the effectiveness of this piece of glass with a control panel. So for instance, we have Gemtron Easy Clean, which is this hydrophobic coating that will allow things to be control panels that are frequently touched with oils and different cooking substances.
So the Gemtron Easy Clean provides that hydrophobic layer on the surface where it allows for that grease and grime buildup to essentially be lifted off the surface to where whenever you go to clean it with your, you know, your cleaning
agent,
your cleaning agents, it's just creates an effect that's much easier to remove those contaminants on the surface.
We also noticed there were some other products in the market that could definitely be benefited from having an anti-reflective coating of some sort. Can you walk us through some of these appliances that have these new window, opportunity, or I wouldn't even call it opportunity, but these new window designs that allow the consumer to see into whatever cavity they're using at that moment?
Having the window where you can see through into your fridge
without having to open your fridge.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely been a new trend that we've started to see in these refrigeration units. So a coating like this would just reduce that glare from, what's reflecting off the surface in the room around you.
Yeah.
Where you can better see into your refrigerator. High-end fireplaces and these sleek finishes that they provide, the consumer would want to be able to better interact with that ambiance that the fire provides, and with the anti-reflective coating, it just would help take the glare out.
And promote that high-end look even more.
Right.
What about the implementation of this anti-reflective, this Gemtron Clarity coating we saw this new movement of in-home gardening systems.
Right.
Which is very interesting. It almost looks like an under-counter...
Like little herb gardens.
Yeah, it almost looks like an under-counter fridge turned herb garden.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, these, that would be a great addition to an appliance like that.
For these in-home gardening systems, we talk about applying this anti-reflective coating to the outer door glass or just the door glass in general to, one, allow easier viewing into the cavity, but also prevent this glare from other components that may be going on in the environment.
Right.
But from the inside of the cavity itself, is this coating also contributing to the light that is allowing these produce to flourish? Is it allowing that light to be more effective?
Yes. So the way this coating works is the way it interacts with the surface is you are not losing that extra light going through the piece of glass.
So another main part of KBIS was this internet connectability aspect of appliances, of different objects in the home that allow you to have control over your home at your fingertips. So there was also a booth that did a research study of MDU, a university, and they did a survey of the graduates, and 62% of these graduates claimed that it was necessary for them to have smart home appliances in their future home. So, one, why do you think that is such a prevalent demand? And then two, how can our capabilities here aid to that?
With these addition of these smart home appliances, it just makes it that much easier for the consumer to interact with their home. So they're wanting to be able to put their own personal touch on these appliances, as well as, be able to control them, from, their smartphones, other smart devices.
Just from their hand, yeah.
Right.
Okay, so how can we help the expansion of internet connectability in appliances with glass?
Incorporating glass into these devices just makes it easier for the consumers to be able to interact with these home appliances and be able to control these devices, from their smartphones. So not only can they project the display on the glass where they can, use these touchscreens on their devices and just experience their home appliance in a whole new way, they're also able to control this from their phones themselves. So I think, with these high-end technologies also comes, the look of the high-end finish that glass provides. So glass creates that modern, sleek look that, is easy to maintain, but also provides an edge to, the home appliance industry. So I think that's another reason why the incorporation of glass is being more prevalent in these home appliances.
Because the market, people are touching their appliances more.
Right, they're interacting with their appliances more and more.
Yeah, and so traditionally, like we had mentioned, plastic was the solution,
right.
And now we need something that's more durable because there's just so much more interaction that is going on there. So glass is so much more scratch resistant. So there's this mechanical durability that plastic does not have. So we're looking. Obviously, glass is a better aesthetic look, but you have this mechanical durability aspect, and then you have the option to add on so many different other coatings to enhance the effectiveness of your appliance, just with a difference in medium change, which is exceptionally interesting.
Right.
So, as we come to a close, is there any final comments that you can give us just about where we see the market moving forward based on your experience here?
Right. I would say that glass is just going to keep growing in how it's incorporated in these home appliances, especially with moving away from, your traditional buttons and plastics and other finishes. We will start to see this more modern look with the glass, because not only can it be used to achieve that traditional look, but you can also use a variety of different colors. So in different homes and whatever suits the consumer's lifestyle, you're able to incorporate these bold finishes. So I definitely see the glass becoming more and more as a focus for these home appliances.
Modern day appliances for modern day homes.
Right, and as technology, continues to improve and grow, so does this industry, and glass is a big part of that.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Carson, for giving us your input, and thank you guys for watching. We have a variety of other videos, and please subscribe.